Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series in the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. Lulu Corpse wrote in asking if I could show using the internal effects on the SP404 Mark II. I suspect using the cigar box 3-string guitar that I've got here. Anyway, I tuned it to C. Hopefully you can hear it coming through here. It's a little bit hard to tell if you're just getting it from my mic, but it's tuned CDC as close as I could get, and it's going through bypass right now, but I can switch it to auto pitch, and we can do all kinds of fun things like adjust the formants and stuff. I'm not super into it personally, but you also get the vocoder, which if you have an external keyboard, you can kind of play and it'll help kind of tune the notes to different settings. You can hear it's all right. We start getting into things like the harmony, where we can start doing like harmonizer kinds of effects. Again, probably more for vocals, but it's there. The guitar amp sim is really where you're going to get some of those like gritty distortion sounds. So I would say just check out like, the JC, Twin, BG, Match, MS, and I forget what SLDN stands for, but you got your different effects there. You got your drive for how much of the overdriven tone you want. Then you can adjust on all of these your bass, middle, and treble. So you can really, if you want more low end, you kind of crank up the bass. If you want less treble, more low, maybe some mids, you got room to play around here. Chorus, it just tends to be a really nice effect. And I keep forgetting I have to push in on the value knob so I can go down to these bottom layers to adjust how much of the effect I want or to change them. So you got balance, level, EQ low, EQ high, all good stuff. With the Juno chorus, as you can hear, it's introducing a bit of noise, which you can turn off if you don't want it. And you get a few different Juno modes. You got Juno 1, Juno 2, and Juno 1 and 2. I think it sounds nice. You got reverb. I would say the reverb effects they're passable. They're not like super amazing, but for, just having them in here, it is nice to have a nice reverb. You gotta figure out why. You get the level up. Maybe you need to adjust the low cut. So, whoop, didn't mean to go quite so far. We got a delay, which is currently at not much feedback, but you can hear it's definitely. I'm just forcing it to just have like the quick noise and then decay out by holding down on the strings real hard. But you got like, you got your time control delay. We've got a chromatic pitch shifter. Oh. So, you can pitch shift up, get kind of a chorusy effect, or just go all the way. So like some of these just aren't lined up very well for the pickups. Get kind of bassy. We're almost through all these. We got downer. So you can hear it's playing it. It's kind of slowing everything down and playing those samples longer. So you get some really nice tones. Warm saturators, nice. It's going to be kind of like your guitar amp simulator. So just kind of play around there. And then, you know, we get our super fun vinyl sim, 303 vinyl sim compressor. You can even add in some wow and flutter, where you can hear kind of or some pops and crackle noise. I prefer the 404 sim though for guitar sounds. It's a much more, the wow and flutters, even at like this high level, much more subtle effect. A nice little filter. You open it all the way up. You don't have to even have that much wow and flutter. And of course, new cassette sim. You can really dig into how old you want it to sound. Throw the age on. Throw some catch in here so we get some randomness. Lo-fi is nice if you just want to kind of downsample a little bit. Equalizer is going to give you the ability to kind of be a little bit more surgical with your high end, low end, and mid frequency gain or reduction. Like right now it's just set to mids, but you know, you can come in, really pump up the low end, mid. As you can probably hear, this shoebox guitar is a little bit more tuned towards like the mid end. I don't even think that this knob does anything for gain, so I'm gonna have to take it apart again and see if I can figure out if it's busted or something. Compressor, it'll make everything sound more closely to the same level. So I think that, yeah, that's the last one. So nice thing is, like, we could just use the compressor here coming in, and then we still have all the banks of audio or audio effects. So we could throw in any of these if we wanted to. So we can even do like scatter, where it's going to come in and just start chopping up what we've got. So you get like super crazy here because you can stack up to, you get your input is 1. You can do MFX on A and B, and then you can do your bus of C, your C and D effects. So you can get really crazy. So let's say you want the scatter here. We can switch over to bus 2. We can add in cassette on top of it. And then if we want, we can hold shift, go to pad 16, and we can just start adding in our other favorites. So we do downer lo-fi. It's going to start chopping. So we're going through the, it's a little loud. Let me turn it down. So now we're going through compressor just to get the sound up on the instrument insert effect. We've then got bus 1 is our scatter. Bus 2 is the cassette. These are currently going in parallel. We can have them go in series. So it goes 1 to 2 to 3 to 4. So we're going scatter, cassette, downer, lo-fi. Like, these are the kinds of things I would do. Just start sampling and chopping up just to get some weird sounds and tones. So, you know, we can do that. Super easy. Go to record. Actually, before we do that, let's see what we got. Shift external source. We got mix. We could turn it to external in only if we want. We'll record pad 15. And, oh, I didn't have it started. Thought I might have had it on wait. So I'm just having to play a bunch of weird random stuff. So record when we're done. Turn external source off. And now we've got this on this pad 15. So we can even come in here. Just start playing around. So you got something you like, we can truncate it down. We can hold shift, start and end, go to chop, menu. We can auto mark. Let's say we want not time division. Whoops. We want, say, transient. Maybe we want mid. We'll try it, see what it comes up with. And you can see. We've got like something. You could presumably use some of these to make some sort of music. Not saying it's great, but it's still something to work with. Anyway, guys, just want to kind of show you a little bit more with the effects and using a instrument coming into the input. So hopefully you learned something. Anyway, guys, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good, and peace.